Coming up right now, a decade-old kid goes from the driver's seat to the hot seat after a run-in with a merry-go-round.
Also coming up, having it your way isn't all it's cracked up to be. Why Burger King is in trouble in the UK.
A little bit later on, actor Tom Selleck and his mustache puts one network on blast for canceling his hit show. Matt's mom is mad.
Daily Flash starts
Yes.
right now.
All right?
Yeah.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English. We welcome you to Daily Flash.
Look at our hype man, James.
That's our hype man, Sweet Baby, our producer here.
You call him
and
Sweet Baby, I call him Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, yeah. It all depends on what he's doing for you at
That's
the time.
true.
How
Oh,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah.
He's always Sweet Baby to me.
Two jobs.
And the cat, that's where it's at. His name is Matt. He's to my right. What's up?
So,
Matty.
Mitch, we've talked about this. We've married up, right? Like
100%.
Way smarter people. So we'll just have it on in the back row when we're making dinner. Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. I swear to baby Christmas, my wife can answer almost everything on Jeopardy. She tried out to be on Jeopardy, but she didn't get in. Wheel of Fortune. She gets everything right, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know any of this.
That's okay.
It's DVR'd and she watched it before that.
She's got to be.
let him.
She'll be in the kitchen and she'll just pipe out an answer, and I'm like, how do you know these things?
She's from another time zone. It's
That's what it
Groundhog
is.
Day.
I love
She's
that.
just seeing the
I
show
love
on
that.
repeat. Yeah. So AI, we talk about this a lot on the
Man
show, right?
almighty, got to.
So the deep fake thing is kind of taking on a whole new angle now that a lot of people are using deep fake nude images to connect to famous people's faces, also young people's faces. It's kind of getting to a
scary.
point where it's a little out of control.
And if you want to do me, just put me on a nice, healthy young man. I don't mind. You can use my face for this. But no, it is. And we talked about this the other day. One industry gets involved in it and they can do it. And that's the industry that's doing it, is putting them on these news bodies.
Exactly.
And you can see it a huge problem. But also in the same token, if you have nude photos out there, it'd be great to say, well, it's AI. That's not really my body. So it's not like you're embarrassed. Would you be embarrassed if like somebody put your face?
As long as it was a fantastic
That's
body,
what I
I
say.
don't care.
Yeah, but Mitch would end up on like Wilford Brimley or
No,
something.
exactly, 100%. Or they would, it wouldn't be good in my case. But I do see that, and it's so easy to do it too. If you think about it, you can do it on your phone almost.
Yeah,
already,
it's a
change the
little
faces out.
terrifying because it looks so darn real, and unless somebody actually says, "Hey, this is AI," it's a little hard to tell the difference. And technically, you're supposed to say if an image is AI, you're supposed to specify that. But does
On Facebook,
on
right,
Facebook,
but you're not gonna have nude
but
stuff.
is anybody really going to do that?
If you're breaking the law already, putting somebody's face on there to make them think that, you probably don't have the
gonna
best
say,
intentions.
"By the way, it's
this is
AI."
AI. Yeah, now get all excited
I
about it.
saw a weather promo the other day, and the weather promo used images from storm damage, but you could tell it was like a CG kind of thing. But they were trying to make the person look like they were standing in the middle of a neighborhood that was blown apart. And I thought,
I'm against
I
that.
have a problem with that.
That's
Not cool.
Listen.
And it's one thing to maybe at least
right.
say something on there, but they didn't. And on top of it, not only did they have this background, but they also had a setup in the front that looked like, tossed lumber and wood. And you could tell that was a setup.
All right, here's the thing, and I get back. I was a weather guy for nearly 20 years. It's enough for us to stand like you're in the middle of the flooding, and it's only up to our ankles. It's all visual.
Yeah.
But that I think is a little. You get the point.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing a live report because you're just
Right.
doing a promotion. I guess is what
Yes.
it was. But it does give you the point, like were they really putting themselves out there? Because that's what
Right.
the big promotion is.
Because
right,
it
Dan?
suggests that they're in the middle of the storm when they were not.
I'm going to say, it's exactly like the moon landing, only for weather. That's all. It is what it is.
You're right. If you think about that,
Point, yeah.
there's so much about AI that we need to have governed laws on.
Too
AI
late.
right
It's
now.
already out of the box.
It
It
is.
is.
Might be too late. You're right.
We go now to real stories that happen to real people and real kids. Cops say that a 10-year-old boy in Minneapolis in trouble for taking the family car out for a joyride and then crashing it into a playground. Surveillance video actually can show, here, look at your screen, from the scene actually shows the car barrel through the park as kids play nearby. So, haha, it's funny, but think somebody could have got hurt really bad.
Oh my goodness.
Parents appear to be in shock before rushing to get their kids out of harm's way. Good news, no one was seriously hurt. 10-year-old boy, or 10-year-old, should I say, was booked on assault charges. Investigators say that he actually has been busted for several auto-related crimes within the past year. So this isn't even the first time. And now do you go after the parents? Because it's like, wait a minute, how is he getting access to this? How are they getting in the car? Hide the keys?
NASCAR team go sign him up.
He probably
Richard
look at him
Childress Racing.
and then he goes around the other way.
Like he's doing wheelies in the playground.
You think he was cranking it like Freebird on the radio to it when he was doing
I mean, how can he
He's probably like
if he's
10
a
years old.
typical 10-year-old? I mean, I'm sorry, but how does he reach the gas pedal and the steering wheel?
Probably
He's not an average 10-year-old. You're right. Yeah.
Seems like a little nut job. Yeah.
They have cars for little people, so you know.
And if you think that's true, but if you think about the electric car, seriously, they're just like a golf cart. Most 10-year-olds
That
can
is
drive a
true.
golf cart
That's
now.
true.
It's like they don't
Okay.
really have to change gears. It's just gas and
Was
go.
that an electric car?
I wonder. I couldn't tell.
I don't think.
I don't think it was an electric car,
think
but,
it was electric.
but the question was asked: could a 10-year-old get into it? I don't
Yeah.
know.
The parents should be hiding the keys. If he has other auto-related
Yeah,
problems,
I
it's like
know.
if you got a pyro at home, maybe you don't have any
That's-
matches in the house.
That's
You know?
that's
You
the
lock away
complete
the
point.
keys.
Yeah.
But to your point about the parents, I think maybe the parents need to be held
I
accountable.
do think first time, okay, kid's going to do it. He obviously did not learn his lesson
No.
somewhere along the lines. And then you can also say kids will be kids and kids will do stuff. But this is several auto-related. There's a big problem here.
If somebody had been killed in that playground, you can guarantee that those parents would have been held accountable some way, somehow.
They're charging parents for gun violence stuff now. I mean,
Yeah.
a car is just as deadly as a gun.
Yes, absolutely.
let's not go down that road.
Yeah, right, that's true.
'Cause, I want to get political.
We'll move down this
No, but
aisle.
I understand your point.
We'll talk about hamburgers. How about that?
Let's do that.
A woman eating a burger in a hospital after giving birth has sparked outrage over claims the intimate snack promotes unhealthy eating habits. The criticism stems from a new Burger King ad starring real women in the UK. The fallout began after the fast food giant published data that showed 39% of women wanted a burger as their first meal after giving birth. In response, the brand rolled out a campaign using images and videos of real moms who had just given birth holding a Whopper in one hand and their new baby in the other.
It was hard to tell the difference.
Most women have been supportive of the Bundles of Joy campaign, but others said it was irresponsible to promote junk food as a mother's first meal.
I don't listen. First off, having 4 kids and being there for all of them, what they go through. First off, is it's a marathon that they have to go through. So if they want the carb, whatever you want, and if you really think, okay, is it promoting unhealthy life? What are you going to eat? Oh, I'm ready for a salad. No, this woman just gave birth. She just lost 10 pounds of a baby that she was carrying around for 9 months.
It's not like it's Guinness or Tito's.
Yeah, exactly. And
I want a margarita.
think about like all the hormone changes that a woman has to go through first off to get to this point, and how their body changes and the cravings that they have.
Yeah.
And that I would imagine. You want your brain says, I want protein. And protein, what's the easiest way to get protein is, go and grab and get a hamburger. It might not be as healthy, but why not? Have fun. Let them have whatever they want.
You just
Leave them
created a
alone.
life. You can have a Whopper.
I agree with you. I agree with
Absolutely.
you.
That should be the campaign.
Yeah.
You just gave birth. Have a Whopper.
Have a
There you
Whopper.
go. Have it your way.
Got a Whopper? Have a Whopper.
Yeah. Actor Tom Selleck not holding back when it comes to this disappointed with the Tiffany Network, CBS, after the network canceled his hit show Blue Bloods. The 79-year-old, I hope I look like him when I'm 79,
Right?
has starred in the crime drama series. It debuted back in 2010.
Oh, wow.
After running on 14 years, CBS recently announced the show would end this fall. Selleck believes that the show's rating success was always taken for granted because it performed from the get-go. And while the Emmy winner's response is shared with the show's passionate fan base, including Matt's mom, the network says it is considering a possible spinoff, and there's 10,000 reasons why. A lot of people say, or there are some, I shouldn't say a lot of people, there are some people say it's connected to because he's kind of an outspoken right-wing conservative, I guess is the best right to say. And CBS is, some say they're a little farther left-leaning and that sort of thing, which I think you stay away from it. 14 years is not a bad run.
No, that's a great run. for a television show. But his argument is that the show really focused on family values and maybe had a more conservative approach to it. And he thinks that's the reason why they targeted his show. Otherwise, why would you cancel a show that's been number one? You know, they've been in the top 10 of the ratings for the last how many years?
And 285 episodes, and it's on loop on Ion. Believe me, it is
They
on
just run it
loop
all the
on
time.
Ion.
Yeah.
And they didn't even jump the shark with him shaving his mustache,
No,
right?
they did
So I mean, you have
not.
to give, you know, you wait for that for
That's
the ratings
true.
to drum.
That mustache needs to go in the Smithsonian.
And then they bring Henry Winkler on, and they do
His
the
jump?
water
Oh, the
skiing. I'm
jump,
kidding.
okay.
The water skiing in the lake with the shark, and you know, there you have it.
It makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't make sense altogether. So
Yeah, I don't understand why they cancel a popular show like that. It doesn't.
money-wise, I guess maybe
guess.
they get paid. Who knows?
Yeah.
More trending news coming up. Stick around. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English, along with Andrea Jackson. Hey, you know, commercial DNA tests, very popular. And they gained popularity over the past few decades. But what if you got that test and it completely changes your life? Well, it actually happened to our next guest. It's author Tracey Maniskas. Tracey joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us here on the show. Tracey, first off, what actually did you discover from this DNA test that you and your sisters took?
Well, we actually discovered that we were donor conceived. We were 42 years old, and my sister Jill had taken the test initially, never looked at her matches, only looked at her regional ethnic background.
Okay.
And about a year later, a gentleman messaged her through the Ancestry app, stating that he was her biological half-brother and that he had just learned that he had been donor conceived. So she looked at her matches, found him in there, and later that evening, our dad confirmed for us, we're triplets actually, my dad confirmed for us that we were donor conceived. And within the next, I guess, 6-7 months, we had located an additional 10 half-siblings, bringing our biological sibling count up to 13.
Okay, so you all had the same, your triplets, and you all had the same father, though, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this had to be really, you think so much about your life, and then you realize, wow, this is such a big part. How did you feel after you discovered all this?
To be honest, initially, we were in such shock, nothing felt real for several days. It felt like we were in a dream. And then once that shock had worn off, really, we went through a whole roller coaster of emotions. And I'm actually trained as a therapist. And it took me about 4 months to realize that I was actually going through the stages of loss. I was
Okay.
grieving that my lost sense of identity.
Did you have any, did your thoughts change, or at least your representation of your mother when you found this out? Did your dynamics in your family, did your sister, what happened to, you know, was there a big discussion that went on, or explain that?
Well, my parents are divorced, so we spoke with each of them separately.
Okay.
The biggest change was really coming to terms with not being related, biologically connected with our dad and our dad's side of the family. But it was actually our dad that had encouraged us to take the ancestry test.
Is that right?
He had always wanted us to know and didn't know how to tell us. So he encouraged us to do the test, thinking it would open the door to have the discussion.
Okay.
But he was always was and still is the absolute best dad, coached every team we were on, very active in our lives. So nothing has changed. Once we really were able to talk
Okay.
about things, we were very angry at first at having been, not told the truth for 42 years. But we got over that. We got through that pretty quickly.
When you,
And everything.
Well, I would imagine the anger came from just because you found out something about yourself you didn't know, and also anger is a first thing of grief and that sort of thing because you're mad you don't understand it. I can totally appreciate that. Why did you feel it was important to share your entire story in a book? What made you decide to do this?
Well, because of the popularity of the commercial DNA test, a lot more people are finding this type of information out about themselves. And when you're going through it and you don't know anyone else who's experienced it, you have no idea what to expect. So I wrote the book in the hopes that someone who has recently found out can read the book, have a better idea of what they're experiencing or what to expect going forward. And also it can be helpful for their friends and family to read it, to also understand from the donor conceived person's perspective, what they're going through and how better to support them.
Let me ask you this. Is ignorance bliss? Would you think, we all think about your life when you find out this thing, but if you never found out, do you think that it would have taken you to this point, or where do you think you would have wound up if you didn't? Because it sounds like this was a life-changing event in your life.
It definitely was life-changing, but after the initial shock, we actually have gotten to know and become pretty close with several of our half-siblings and their family members.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, it's been wonderful. Learning this secret has brought so many great people into our lives that I'm actually very thankful to have found out.
Okay. Well, which I guess this answers the question I was going to ask. Would you actually recommend that people search for their ancestral background with the DNA tests or not? What would you say?
I would say do the test, but be prepared for a surprise.
Oh, really? Okay. And I know that I did it a long time ago. I kind of regret doing it because, first off, I get tons of emails, and I just wanted to find out where I came from, much like what you said, And but it is interesting to say, oh, hey, that's neat. I got somebody that is related to me, 23rd cousin, or however it works. Do you feel that some of your that you're giving up yourself, speaking of another aspect of doing these DNAs, that you're giving up a lot of information about yourself? What's your thoughts on that when you do these sort of things?
Well, to be honest, I actually never would have done the ancestry test if this hadn't come out.
Okay.
When our dad had first asked us or encouraged us to do the test, I was like, nope, not my thing. I don't want my DNA out there. It just seemed very just odd and just strange to me. But I still don't feel completely comfortable having my DNA out in some database somewhere.
Yeah.
But it was more important to really understand more about where I fit in.
I can understand that.
Mhm.
And it's kind of neat too. Since you're triplets, I mean, you have two other people that are going through it with you too. So I'm sure that actually was very therapeutic. And I think it's interesting to you as well. You're in therapy now as well. Just trying to find out who you are, I guess, is the whole basis of that. Very interesting stuff.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I misspoke. I'm a therapist, actually.
Therapist. I'm sorry. Okay. Even still, but you're helping people trying to find out who they are. So very interesting stuff there. Thank you so much for sharing your story here. And of course, if you'd like to get a copy of Tracey's book, it's called From 3 to 13. You can head out to Amazon.com. And of course, we'll also have this interview on our website at dailyflashshow.com as well. Stick around. We got more trending news and information, everything that you need right here on today's Talk, tomorrow's trends, right here on Daily Flash. We love having you along. Don't go anywhere. Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson. This week we're starting a new fun segment. It's called What Did I Just Eat? Now these are real products that may or may not need to be consumed, but they are really, really out there.
Okay, so to help us get ready to explore the wildest, weirdest food products at a supermarket near you, we have pop culture expert John Graham, founder of ThatGuyOnTV.com, joining us in studio this morning. John, welcome.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
John, love your glasses first off.
Yes, good looking.
You do the Mitch English models. I appreciate that. How'd you get involved in finding weird foods and in pop culture and that sort of thing?
Sure thing. Well, let's see. I've been eating almost all my life.
Is that right?
and became a writer not long after that. So and because of that, different kinds of journalism. I've been a newspaper writer, a TV writer, TV host and anchor at different points, and started interviewing chefs and got fascinated by that. Now the foods today, I'm sure, were designed by chefs. But you wouldn't necessarily think of these as chefy foods.
You can find these on the supermarket aisles by all means.
Or in one place, a fast food restaurant.
Okay, very cool. So tell us some of the weird stuff that's out there, and we'll try them here.
Sure. Now this is Cheerios Veggie Blends. Cheerios always trying to bring
Veggie.
So now this one, they do a strawberry and apple. This is what is it? I've already forgotten. Blueberry banana. Blueberry banana. Now we've got the logo on there because there's also 3 other ingredients in there I don't want you guys to know about. So give it a try. See if you can taste anything besides blueberry and banana in there.
The blueberry is very prominent.
Very pronounced.
I mean, it doesn't taste particularly healthy, does it? It doesn't taste like a healthy cereal.
Not at all.
Is there broccoli in here or
Broccoli, yeah.
cauliflower?
You're close. Let's see. It's kale. Kale's
Kale?
one.
Really? I just guessed.
Kale, carrots, and carrots.
Carrots and
Really?
the carrots probably would make it sweet. I bet you. That's it.
There's corn syrup in there, but yeah, so it is a cereal.
Okay.
But yeah, and so that's about half a cup of fruit and veggies per serving in there.
Okay.
It's not going to take the place of eating real vegetables, whole vegetables.
But it's a good
something-
way to sneak them in for the
Yeah,
kids,
exactly.
right?
And kale, they didn't have. I picked kale because there's so much leftover kale no one eats. They put it in Cheerios.
That's true.
All right, now they always come out with crazy flavors.
Oreo? Yeah.
Tell me about these.
So there's two out there. These are the Coca-Cola flavored Oreos, and then we also have Oreo flavored Coca-Cola Zero.
Okay. All right, and they are supposed to taste just like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, you want to crack this one open? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
Let's see.
fizzy? Or...
I enjoy the drink
and I'll
more
pour
than
these.
You
the.
pour those in there.
So take a look. See, there's two sides. The,
okay.
the red cookie is what they call golden flavor.
All right. I can,
have one
I'll
too.
try one.
I can taste the Coca-Cola in this, yeah.
Okay.
Or at least the flavor in that.
Now, all colas are kind of made with three main flavors. There's cinnamon, vanilla, and a citrus, and that's why different colas taste different. Is some use lemon, some use lime, some use orange, and then of course there's all the other little flavors in there. So to me, I can really taste the citrus in those.
Yeah. It's a little aftertaste afterwards. I don't know if I can eat a whole box of these,
Sure.
but like one cookie is fine. All right.
Well,
so
like a lot of these Oreos, it's like they're limited time because next week they'll come out with a different flavor, and they want you to buy that one.
makes sense. All right. So now the other side of that is the Oreo flavored Coke Zero. We're not supposed to feel guilty about drinking.
We're washing
right?
it down with a Coke Zero.
I don't taste the Oreo in that at all.
Is it because you ate
No,
the
this
cookie?
is not
because
going to
of
be.
that?
Here, take a good chug because I'm sure Coca-Cola. This would not be part of their marketing, but I can really taste it in about 30 seconds. The burp.
Oh, so it's one of those. Okay.
Oh, I taste it.
You can taste it?
It's like an aftertaste.
I don't drink
Andrea
soft
does
drink
not
that all
burp.
that much. So there you go. All right, and cool.
I
you
like
can,
the bouquet.
and you can get these right now on the.
In your grocery
Oreo.
stores, yeah, I'm sure you could order them through the online too, but yeah, in grocery
Okay.
stores.
Retro sours.
This is really
what
interesting.
about-
So about 2001, Altoids had a product called Altoid Sours. You remember them? Oh, good. This is going to be great. So they stopped making it, and people missed it. And so there's a company called, I want to make sure I get this right, Iconic Candy. Okay. They bring back products. They brought back the Bar None chocolate bar. They brought back cream. Oh, shoot.
Oh, wow.
I've got it right here.
My taste buds are going to be like,
I
what is
know this is
happening?
a lot of different tasting on
They brought
this.
back cream savers, Bar None
Oh
chocolate
wow!
bars.
Whoa!
They were one of the first tart candies. Now,
Wow.
the ones today, I think, are even more sour than
That
that.
is the most tart. Wow! That's almost like a bomb that went.
And this is the
Wow.
mango. They also have citrus and, man, you think my memory would be better today. Let's see, mango, tangerine, and citrus.
All right, very good. Now the restaurants are getting in on it as well. Taco Bell has a offering.
Yeah, so people like me, I always
Cheerios.
like the double-decker taco. It's perfect for driving. You eat a regular taco in your car, falls apart. Confetti in
driving.
your car. But the double-decker taco it's a regular taco, a little bit of bean, and then a flour tortilla around it so it can't fall apart. And that's only through the end of this month, only through the end of October.
Okay.
But Dish a Hot sauce is their new hot
Matt,
sauce.
Come on over,
here.
Matt.
Matt.
Matt
This one
will
is,
like it. He eats anything.
he's
right?
gonna test
Okay,
this
and so
one out.
really,
Omar Apollo, he's a singer and songwriter. He was nominated for a Best New Artist at the Grammys. And this is his family's recipe for hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's not a crazy hot. For me, it's all the flavors.
It's got a good pepper.
There's tomatillos,
It comes late,
there's,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
there's habaneros. Yeah, you get that roasted flavor, a little bit of vinegar.
Taking my time.
Very interesting.
Ice cream is our last option.
Oh, don't go far, man.
Matt, we're gonna have to try this.
And so this is salt and straw ice cream. They bring out 4 new flavors every month. They have 30 locations around the country. You can also order online and have it shipped to you. This is one of their Halloween flavors. This is called Creepy Crawly Critters.
Creepy crawly critters
So here, let me
here.
put that in front of
there
you.
creepy
It's
crawly
green.
critters?
I can't say yet.
There we go. And we'll try this.
Everybody give it a try and see what you think.
And as we try this, by the way, John, you can check out this and so much more on his website. It's thatguyontv.com.
thatguyontv.com.
John, what do y'all say? Good or
I
good?
think it's okay,
So it's
but I wouldn't-
matcha ice cream base, so
Very
green tea
nice.
base, but then has chocolate covered crickets. Watch his face, chocolate covered crickets.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hello, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends,
Yeah.
tomorrow's talk.
so glad to
right?
have you here.
Yes. Look at our incredible crew behind the cameras.
Aren't they? They're
Yeah.
working hard just for you.
They are.
And we got them because we had coupons.
There it is.
Now you
James,
can look
now,
at this.
now
They
you
look
can
like they're
look up.
robbing or smuggling something.
Which is good. Which is good to have because at least we have something
We want Whoppers.
extra in the morning.
We want Whoppers.
I got an update for you. Do you remember? I'm not sure if you heard this, but Hurricane Milton went through the Tampa and Orlando area, and this dog.
I know what you're gonna say.
This dog is a gorgeous dog. It looks like the Target dog. Is that type? I don't know what
Yes,
that's called.
yes, I know what
Okay,
you're
so,
talking
so
about.
imagine the Target
Bull
dog. Anyway,
Terrier or something?
Bull Terrier,
Bull Terrier,
thank you.
yeah.
So somebody on the side of the highway had put this dog and just tied it up to a fence next to the highway. And a state trooper was driving by, just happened to notice it.
And the water was rising.
The water was rising up on this dog. Well, Governor DeSantis even heard about this because the troopers' cameras picked it up. And he said, listen, we're going to go after anybody that abuses animals. We're going to go after the full extent of the law. Well, they have found the owner of that dog. It's a 23-year-old dude. He has been arrested for aggravated assault, which is a felony, and he faces 5 years in prison for this. The good news is the dog, whose now name is called Trooper. I thought that was neat, is with a foster family, doing okay. Leon County Humane Society had made sure that he was okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you see this, to do that to an animal, first off, and in a matter of time, it would have drowned.
It would have.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And just to leave it there, at least there's so many other things you could have done.
Yes.
And it was still a bad thing. Just let it go within one, but to tie it up to a fence.
To almost ensure that it would have drowned and died.
So
that
leave animals alone.
outraged so many people. And I will say, in the state of Florida, they take animal cruelty very seriously, and there are felony charges. Animal cruelty is a felony offense in this state.
5 years this guy faces. So think about that. And if you get a pet, think about what you're going to do with it if something like this happens.
I will say, in the time that I've lived here in Florida and experiencing as many hurricanes as I've had, and I know you have too, the accommodations they've made for pet owners just in the last 10 years has been incredible. Because I know, especially
Even
with these
hotels,
last two hurricanes, the hotels have said, hey, if you've got pets, we're waiving our pet policy. People are open to making sure that you and your pets are safe from the storm.
So keep that in the plan. Remember your family.
They
You wouldn't do
are.
that to your kid. Well,
Which one? Well, you got to pick one.
Could be
you
one,
have to pick one.
Yeah, pick one.
No, I'm just joking.
Police say a 10-year-old boy in Minneapolis is in trouble for taking the family car out.
Here's
for
a kid I put to
joyride.
the fence.
This kid needs a talking to. He crashed into a playground. Surveillance video, you can
Watch
see
this.
this right here, from the scene, shows the car barrel through the park as kids play nearby. Parents appear to be in shock before rushing to get their children out of harm's way. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. The 10-year-old was booked on assault charges. Investigators say he's been busted for several auto-related crimes.
That's crazy.
Within the last year. He's 10 years old.
It's scary, and I think that there's obviously an issue here that a lesson has not been learned if it's the third
think?
time, fourth time, or wherever. He said multiple, so we don't know. And where are the parents when this happens, which is the first question everybody asks. But think about this. Had he killed somebody, the insurance would have been, the parents would have been responsible. So if you have to put a blame on somebody, you go, listen, the insurance company thinks if your car hits one of these kids, that the insurance policy holder is responsible, then you are basically that parent. You're held responsible for that. Plus, that's the law with the kids anyway.
Yeah, I mean, does he think because he's 10 he can just get away with it because there's no punishment?
That's the point. Is like, why hasn't this kid learned repercussions?
If he took the keys, it'd be pretty impressive if he hotwired it, though.
I give him that. I mean, he's got a career
skill.
with that.
Okay, well, I mean, that's ambitious, yes.
It is scary, and and if you think about it, it doesn't take too much now with video games and that sort of thing to figure out how to do stuff.
There was
like
a
this.
story about a young, I think she was also 10 or 11 years old, but she took the family car and it was at sunrise. She got the car because she wanted to go get a Frappuccino at Target.
How old was she?
She was like 10 or 11.
Wow.
In
Well,
the
they
family
started
car,
bougie early.
driving to Target to go do some shopping and
I'm
grab
not
a
mad at that.
Frappuccino. I'm not mad at that
because I
either.
get it.
There you go.
James?
You could put him to work early. Just
Put him to
DoorDash-
work.
Yes.
DoorDash, Uber Eats.
DoorDash, there you go. I love it.
Nice.
Let's go.
We're doing the scene with Doreen. That's coming up.
Hey, I'm here in Las Vegas for CES 2025. It's taking place right here all week long. It's billed as the world's most powerful tech event. Digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong, he's on the floor here with me. He's going to give us the scoop on some really cool hot tech trends. Hey there, Mario.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on the Daily Flash. And yes, CES 2025 is huge with thousands of exhibitors, but I teamed up with a few companies to give you all a sneak peek at some of these trends. Homeowners, you'll love LG's newest Counter Depth Max refrigerator with zero clearance. It's perfect for saving space without losing features. It offers a high-end built-in look with French doors and zero clearance hinges. That means it can fit snug against the wall with a thin door design for tight spaces, so you can open both doors without bumping into your counters. And the Slim Space Plus Ice feature. That adds more shelf space, and LG's cooling technology keeps food fresher longer. It's stylish and smart for any kitchen. Now, to keep your home safe, the ecobee Total Savings and Security Bundle is a must-have. It includes the smart doorbell camera, smart thermostat premium, and smart sensors, all easily controlled right from your phone or smart assistant, with features like occupancy sensing, energy-saving insights, 24/7 professional monitoring. You'll always be able to stay secure and cut on your energy costs. Plus, with the bundle, you get a full year of ecobee Smart Security for total peace of mind. Now, for audio, at CES, JBL's Tour 1 M3, they launched their newest and most innovative headphone yet, featuring JBL's first smart audio transmitter for seamless streaming. It has true adaptive noise canceling, crystal clear sound, up to 70 hours of playback. It's really great for work and play. Then there's JBL's Party Box 520, their newest model. It's rugged, portable, and splash-proof, and it features cutting-edge AI sound boost technology and Auracast to link multiple JBL speakers for all your parties. And robots at CES are here. They're big at CES. Aper has unveiled their Scuba X1 Pro Max. Now, this is a cordless, all-in-one pool cleaning robot. It skims the pool surface, scrubs the walls, vacuums the floor, and cleans the water line, working with almost any pool shape with their advanced 3D mapping tech. And with the Hydrocom Pro device, it tests water quality and offers maintenance tips. So from leaves to dirt and pet hair, it removes it all, letting you focus on the fun. Finally, in the world of energy, EcoFlow, they unveiled the Delta Pro 3. Now, this is a very powerful backup system that can handle 99% of your appliances like dryers, fridges, and heating systems. It can integrate right into your home's power system for seamless backup during outages. Plus, it's portable. You can use it anywhere in the home or for outdoor events. And you can expand the storage for multiple days of power too. And with the EcoFlow Oasis AI platform, you can lower your power bills and take advantage of your whole home backup system. For everything I talked about, just head to our website, bestofces.com.
Every year, CES sets the stage for groundbreaking trends. Award-winning tech expert and CES veteran Andrea Smith is going to give us a first look at the cutting-edge innovations and showcase the most buzzworthy gadgets from the show floor.
Robots and AI are all over the Consumer Electronics Show this year, and soon to be all over our homes.
The BeatBot AquaSense 2 Ultra is an AI-powered 5-in-1 robotic pool cleaner, the only one with a multi-sensor combination of AI cameras and ultrasonic and infrared sensors. It learns the pool's layout and cleans from the surface to the floor. The Narwhal Flow robot vacuum has a new flow wash mopping system with edge reach that extracts the dirty water as it cleans, so it's always using fresh water to mop. The Deep Carpet Boost feature gets all that embedded dirt and hair out of the carpet fibers. My Bird Buddy sends me images of the birds that come to my feeder. Now, under the Wonder brand, they've introduced Petal, an AI-powered nature camera that captures more wildlife interactions, like butterflies or bees, in real time, delivering them straight to your smartphone.
For more, head to each of the brand's websites.
Thanks for all that great info. We'll make sure we have it on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Dimitri Vegas is a powerhouse DJ and producer, and we sit down to talk about Tomorrowland, his new hit, and so much more. Check it out. You're born in Belgium. You fell in love with music early on, but instead of getting lessons, you immersed yourself in all different forms of music, and you went the DJ route.
Exactly. Like I fell in love with DJing when I was like 12. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. It's basically what I've always done. Like, I never went to like actual music school or anything. So for me, it was just I see myself as a DJ first. You know, like I learned how to produce along the road, but you also have to keep in account. Like when I started producing, that was like the mid '90s. There wasn't such a thing as laptops or anything like that. So if you wanted to produce, you'd have to find producer with a studio with all the hardware and everything. I used to work in like record labels, sorting out their vinyls in the factory or in the archives to get like studio time. So for me, it was like all gradually just building up.
I mean, look at that DJ Magazine, 2016, 2019, #1, first duo to ever do that. I mean, that's a huge thing, my friend.
I'm really happy about that. I'm happy that after, a decade, we're still in that top 3. So,
yeah, you are. You are. You're always meandering around that top spot. And you think you're going to get it again?
I don't know. It'd be fun.
Oh, yeah. Trifecta, the 3, the triple threat. I mean, that would be pretty cool.
You never know.
Dimitri, in your music video for The Hum, you didn't just get Jean-Claude Van Damme. You also got none other than Charlie Sheen to star in it. What is it like? Because you're also in the video. How does it feel to act alongside with these legendary Hollywood A-listers?
I can talk for 2 hours about that video. Like one day, that could be a movie. I'm sure. Like the making of The Hum. Like, yeah, that's insane. We knew Jean-Claude, obviously, because he's also Belgian. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I want to do it. And then Charlie Sheen was a yes and a no. And then eventually he was there and we weren't really prepared for it.
Let's not forget the biggest star of the entire thing, the monkey. Was he a pleasure to work with? Was he easier than Charlie Sheen to work with? Tomorrowland's a visual spectacle. It's a sonic spectacle. I mean, it's everything. It's lasers, and it is unbelievably gorgeous. And I don't think people in America maybe understand the immense crowds that we're talking about. It just celebrated its 20th anniversary, and in July of this year, 400,000 people in attendance.
The biggest thing with Tomorrowland is that it's just, the capacity is at its max, and there's just so many people that want to go. Yeah. And it sells out in minutes, so there's a sort of urgency because the demand is way higher than the supply. So people are just super happy when they get a ticket.
It has you there as a resident DJ playing. So I mean, if that doesn't sell, I don't know what else does.
I mean, I can't even count how many DJs are playing. Like it just grew so much over the years. But it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, I could be something good for you, good for you.
Congrats on recently dropping your new single, Good For You, with Chapter and Verse and Good Boys.
Good For You was just a great summer track, and we were riding really high with Thank You as Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike. So it just felt like a good move to do that one. I actually just released a newer one solo together with Steve Aoki, and that's called 2 Times, and that one's going completely trending on TikTok.
Check out Dimitri Vegas and likemike.com. Thank you so much, Dimitri. You're a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you want to hear more of our good conversation, visit right here. I'm Doreen Taylor with The Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash each week. See you next time.
Hey, you want to see what the future holds? CES 2025 here in Las Vegas is your front row seat to the latest and greatest tech. Digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong, he's on the show floor with me here in Las Vegas, and he's going to share with us some really exciting consumer tech trends. Hey there, Mario.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on the Daily Flash. So I partnered up with some great brands to show you some of the coolest things that are happening from the show floor. We're going to start with what's new in TVs and tablets. Now, TCL, all the talk, they unveiled the new QM 6K TV, which uses new QD Mini LED technology, gives you a brighter picture in any room, vibrant colors, deep contrast for richer detail, and much more realism. They look incredible in person. And TCL introduced its first AI-powered tablet, the Nextpaper 11 Plus. It uses AI-powered Smart Eye Comfort and personalized eye comfort modes that reduce strain and fatigue. It's perfect for work, study, and play. Now at CES, smart home tech always shines, and the Honeywell Home X2S smart thermostat is the perfect upgrade. It's Energy Star certified, delivering energy savings and smart features. You can set schedules, monitor humidity, get air filter reminders to keep your system efficient, and it's Matter enabled. That's important because it means it works with most smart home devices. It's all for just under $80. It's easy to install, and you can use it with the app or with the large bright display. Also, the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro with sound by JBL. This is a lot of fun. It's the ultimate way to elevate your home experience with entertainment. Unlike many products that I see that focus on audio or lighting, this one balances both perfectly. It combines premium 360-degree lighting and JBL audio for immersive light and sound syncing that dances to your music. 16 music modes, customizable DIY options. It's great for parties or relaxing moments. And you can sync it up to 10 Govee lights for a fully coordinated experience. Now, Jackery is also here with cutting-edge energy solutions. They newly debuted the Explorer 3000 V2 solar generator. They also showed modular whole home backup systems that can be tailored to suit any home. And their new curved solar tiles, they're a first in the US, seamlessly blending into your home's design while powering it and cutting your energy bills. So from solar generators to tiles, Jackery is bringing power where you need it. And Schlage has introduced an easy upgrade for first-time smart lock users. I love this. It's available this spring. The Schlage Arrive Smart Wi-Fi Deadbolt is the brand's first push-button keypad with built-in Wi-Fi featuring many styles and finishes, water-resistant, backlit for visibility, and homeowners can control and monitor and access it anywhere using the Schlage Home app. You can pair it with Alexa or Google Home to manage automated routines, and you can create up to 250 unique access codes for secure keyless entry. If you want to check out more, just go to bestofces.com and you'll see everything that we're covering.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites, and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Back to Daily Flash. I'm Matt Doolittle with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Thanks for spending time with us.
It gets mixed up all the time.
Yeah, I know.
All that.
Y'all look alike.
It's the season. Matt, I think you were talking, or at least we had a discussion about the spirit of Halloween, and now I'm going to go to like to Christmas, which is actually pretty smart. But one thing I always found funny when you go to Spirit of Halloween is they don't buy the licensing for the characters.
Oh,
so
yeah.
let's like like Austin Powers, would it be like a hippie British guy or something like that?
Beetlejuice is a robber ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Convict ghost or something.
I love the thing. And it's so neat now having my bonus son where I think this was probably gonna be the last Halloween, but he loves going in there and then I'm looking at all that sort of thing. But I think back, like we had to make ours. Like it was either the plastic face in the 70s of Charlie Brown or whoever you were.
The snap. The thing
then,
would always snap.
Yes, and it would break, and then it was more, and then you have the plastic thing goes on. But making them, I was I think back, it was more fun making them. I was the headless horseman one time.
Oh,
and
that's a good one.
all it was is I got one of my dad's shirts and just tied it up here. And now I think I could actually do the Bob from Beetlejuice. Just give me a tiny head. What about y'all? Y'all have favorite costumes?
My mom tried to make me a Darkwing Duck one year, but the beak thing didn't work too well, so I just looked like a purple Zorro.
Okay. A purple Zorro. You should have got Pringles.
Yeah,
walking around with Pringles.
But the bell thing kept falling, so I'm walking around like, oh, he's Zorro, but purple? I'm like, no, it's Darkwing Duck.
That's funny. There was a movie, I think George Hamilton was called Zorro the Gay Blade. That's probably what it was. Do you remember that?
Yes,
I think I can't remember. Anyway, what about you, Jackson?
I think Cinderella. I was, one of those girly girls. I had that Cinderella costume, but it was, but I'm not a big Halloween person, dress up person now. I love to see other people dress up, but I feel weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah, you feel like because you have to do it. I like dressing up.
I did Horror Nights for 11 years, so I wore everything, all the paint. And I'm like, I don't want to put any of that on anymore. No latex, no nothing.
And the best part about all of it is that if you're a woman, is that you could be anybody that you were as a child, but you just cut the outfit off halfway and put the word sexy. I'm sexy Cinderella. I'm sexy.